Hey, welcome back to SpruTube. Today I'm building the HobbyBoss 135th ASU-57. If you play War Thunder, you know this vehicle. So let's get started building it. I started with the first step, obviously. It was the running gear, arm, leg, wheel attachment point things. There's a few small parts for the first one. It was a little tricky to assemble. Also, lining them up was a little iffy because there wasn't any pin or anything to line them up a specific way, so you kind of had to guesstimate the angle they were supposed to be at. But I think I ended up getting it mostly straight. Only the first one, the first road wheel, was pretty difficult to assemble because it was a few tiny parts, but the rest was just a single piece fit into a hole. An interesting thing I never realized about the ASU-57 is it doesn't have a dedicated idler wheel. It just has a slightly larger road wheel in the back that the track wraps around. So that's cool. Yeah, I just had to make sure they were all lined up. And then the drive sprocket, transmission cover mount thing, those went on each side. I think, in general, I prefer... Oh, these tiny parts I dropped a whole lot, you'll see. I think I prefer when the drive sprocket has the pin instead of the part on the hole having the pin, because I don't know, I feel like it's a... I don't know why I prefer it, but I do. And then we get to the other tiny piece, which, let's see how many times I drop it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But don't worry, it doesn't end here. I knocked it onto the floor and then backed into my light, knocking it over. And then it's onto the tracks. This is my first set with only individual link tracks. So I only had to cut out about 82 to 84 individual links, which had 3 sprue connections each. So some quick math. That's 3 times 80. That's 240? Oh, but it's only 80 per side. My bad. So that's 480. So I just had to cut 480 times. 492. These pieces are very small. And took a while to cut out, obviously, because I had to cut 492 times. Also, when I was cutting them out, the first one, in my mind, I was like, I need to be really careful. I don't want to break these. And then the first cut immediately snapped the track in half. And putting them together was iffy, so I did it off screen. But what I did was I assembled 10-piece segments and then glued them together, waited a bit, and then shaped them around the wheels. I had them dry fit onto the body. And then some inside details. There's these little bar things. probably where the axles go. I don't know. And then next up, I believe, some chairs? Nope, I'm lying. I'm lying? I'm lied. I can talk, I promise. I can also build models. Not to brag, but they turn out pretty bad. You'll see. Yeah, so now I have to assemble the ammunition. It's very pointy. Kinda hurt. Because I had to press down to get the pins into the holes. Also, once one of the sets of ammo was attached, it was hard to get the others in place without knocking off the first one, or the second one when you're putting on the third one. Not the easiest task. I think mostly this set was okay to do, but there were a few moments that were infuriating. This isn't the most infuriating, but this was a little annoying. And I think, like at this point in recording this voiceover, I have already painted the entire thing. And I think slightly infuriating is the theme for this vehicle. So now I glue in the ammo and this weird little box. It's more of a can than a box, I guess. Comment down below what you think it is. Is it a box, a can, or something else? And be sure to like and subscribe, and check out my Patreon and Instagram. Your support fills my heart with joy, legitimately. I stopped posting on Instagram for a while, but I'm gonna do that more now. I promise. And legitimately, I appreciate your support. Then I had to assemble the seats and other interior details. The seats went together surprisingly easily for how spindly they are. I think usually when I've assembled seats, they kind of stuck together in iffy ways, but these ones went together rather nicely. I didn't know I could talk so long about seats. Then some more interior details. The loader seat, which interestingly is facing backwards. Some more ammo. And then the front plate of the fighting compartment. As well as a random box. Maybe it's the fuel tank? I don't know. I didn't kick anything, I promise. Yeah, the ammo racks were a little annoying to get together. But not the most annoying. Just wait. I'll give you a hint. I hate photo-etched parts. Another hint. This kit has photo-etched parts. Those two things don't go together well. Alright, so I'm just putting in these last few things. And then I think it's on to the gun, if I recall. I think one regret I have later is that I attached the gun and didn't leave it separate for painting, because the gun takes up a lot of space and it's hard to get around down in there. So yeah, here it is. It was a bunch of small parts. It's pretty detailed. I like it. It went together alright, except for that little piece sticking off the back. It broke off while I was painting, and I just left it off because This interesting little frame for the gun has a bunch of holes in it, probably to keep it light, because if you don't know, this tiny tank was dropped out of planes and from helicopters, and they used a rocket-assisted parachute to keep it from embedding itself in the ground, I guess. I wasn't sure about this frame, if it would be in the right spot, but once the gun and the top piece were fitted in, it actually is pretty sturdy and holds itself in place really well. It also serves to position the gun correctly, so that is interesting and handy. This piece I'm putting on now is the one that I'm talking about that kind of held everything in place, squared everything up, and it was nice. I actually broke part of the gun holder barrel mount thing, but you can't tell, it's fine. So yeah, there's a shovel and some bars on the front. With the shovel you can really see how small this vehicle is. It's tiny. It's so small. I wish I had figures to go with this so that it was really obvious how tiny this thing really is. And then I finished building it because everything was annoying and I didn't want to film it. You see the photo-etched parts I was not happy with. Yeah, there's all the other pieces, the fenders, the wheels, the tracks, some other parts I hadn't put on yet in a little cup. And then some photo-etched grills. There's supposed to be more photo-etched parts, but I was too destroyed by the few that I tried to bend that I gave up. Well, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye.